Good evening and welcome to Nightfall in Amsterdam. Tonight we are joining a group of werewolves gathering initially at this new sept they've got, the Sept of Scorched Stone. Kind of get their bearings on what the hell's going on and start tackling some of the things in the city. As you guys are getting together, you can hear some rather loud, raised voices coming from somewhere on the sept, but you can't make out what they're saying from here.
Do they sound like angry, fighty voices?
They sound pretty angry.
Now Lucas heads over.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, Air's gonna casually just kind of walk on over and see what's going on.
Air wants to go form the circle.
All right. So you guys walk over, head towards these loud voices. When you get there, all of the elders on the sept are standing there, as well as one of the guardians breaks the shackles. A Foster and Silverfang.
Oh boy.
With him are also a couple of the other guardians, both Firebrand and Hunts the Seas, but breaks the shackles seems to be the focus. And the voice you guys were hearing from a distance is Thorgrim, the elder Get Theurge.
Oh boy.
And as you guys get closer, you can start to make out what he's saying as he's looking at these guardians. Quite animated. He's, in fact, you're pretty sure he may be spitting slightly as he's yelling.
Ooh.
Very, very loudly, he goes, "How in the fuck do we have over a dozen Silverfangs, your kinfolk, and your kin in this city, and nobody fucking knows about it? And now I find out they've created a sept as well. And we're not finding out about this till now either."
Whoa. Whoa.
Wait, what?
Air kind of says, whoa, wait a second. As she's hearing this. Do you mean to tell me that Alvaro did not come back and tell you guys like he was directed to?
He looks around and kind of looks back and forth, and first looks at Breaks Dragon and goes, "Alvaro's that smart mouth Strider that showed up, right? I haven't seen him."
He's the Strider, yeah.
We haven't seen him since the sept was established.
Air just kind of face palms.
Certainly nothing was told to anyone. Can I draw from this conclusion, the conclusion that you might know something at least?
Yeah. Alvaro, Bosco, and I were there when it happened.
He puts his forehead in his hand, rubs his forehead, and he says,
"And Alvaro was directed to come back here and tell you guys pretty much immediately after it occurred."
"Well, that having not happened, we were left in the dark entirely. Certainly a follow-up from you couldn't have hurt, but if he was supposed to bring us a message, that probably would have been good."
So a Silent Strider Galliard
He's
did
a
not
Ragabash.
Ragabash.
Air's just shaking her head.
This is news to me.
Me too. How did we not notice a news?
It wasn't supposed to be random, just now hear about it news. But apparently, the new moon can't follow directions.
Yeah, now that you're bringing it up, I think I remember feeling something, but didn't know what it was.
Yeah. Well,
So
That
what?
being
Do we
said-
send muffins?
that being said, I apologize. I thought you'd all been informed.
Well, that not being the case, we have relatively little information other than what our guardians picked up doing some mild scouting in the area.
Mhm.
Where's this new sept at?
Insert church name. I don't remember what the name of the church was, so
And Petrus kind of grumbles at that. Of course, it's going to be an old Christian church. He turns and he
I
looks at.
questioned that too, personally. But
I expect to see some of Cockroach's children establish a sept in a building. That doesn't surprise me. Although typically they like new, fancy, shiny things, But
Lucas kind of nods.
I've even seen Silver Fangs establish a sept in a cairn in an old structure, such as a church, or a castle, rather. But typically it is a castle somewhere out in the middle of nowhere. Maybe one's that's slightly run down or is preserved, so it's not well populated. But the middle of a city in a Christian church.
yeah,
More importantly, we have some pretty angry spirits. And we have a shortage of spirits in this city already, so having the ones left be angry is not helping.
no, I can't imagine it is.
Where have all the spirits got off to?
Likely devoured.
These are the things that happen when you have rampant embodiments of hunger.
Well,
We need to end that thing.
for example, well, there's I mean, there's the thing at the former Riddling Waters, and then there's the other thing that I know we all saw in the sky when this sept was formed. I'd be pretty angry if all of my buddies were being eaten, just to put that into perspective here, knowing I could be eaten too.
Well, apparently some of the silver fangs are also fond of unpleasantness of some sort. I can't get a lot of details, but that seems to be a factor as well.
Do we know which silver fangs are on this sept? Are they new to town, or have they been around?
All of them appear to be new.
Yeah.
We didn't get a lot of names. They seem to know the city better than they should.
Mm-hmm.
What did you find out about this? Did you find anything else about the Silverfang Karen other than what you told us, Air?
Out of character, that was a blue book that I have not gotten answered yet.
Okay.
Was it? Did I miss something?
Yep. The blue book said that she stuck around after the scene to ask questions, and I hadn't actually got to ask them yet.
Or is that? Yeah. Okay. I see one. Ah, I see. It was in the other one.
Yeah.
You have a reply, but yes, that has not been resolved yet.
I did not see any reply, so. Alright, so it's not resolved.
She would have found out that it's the established sept with a silver fang totem and dedicated to
I can't remember what.
it's also dedicated to one of their houses.
Okay, so I'll relay that.
Obviously, they're not going to share all their details, but
Are they going to expect us to go over there and kiss the rain?
They better not.
Like I'll do that. They didn't fight any of the wars here.
You know how they can be.
Until they pull their weight like Bosco or people I do respect, they're not getting it from me. Especially since this seems like they did this unannounced. So that means they're not really choosing to work with anyone.
What are the rest of the people who are around here? What do they look like? Do they look like they're kind of shocked or angry or indifferent?
most of them seem to be trying to avoid even looking at the conversation going on.
Well, maybe we should go take him some muffins. You know, figuratively speaking.
Take him some muffins.
Yeah, go over, say hi.
Not sure if I want to say hi to them.
I mean, as far as I know, and as far as what everyone has been saying, there's no reason to believe that they're enemies. They may be up to something, but wouldn't we rather know what that is?
That is true. Out of game, and Holly, I'm seeing your gift for air, and it just looks like she's nodding.
Right.
One point, there's something else we need to look into as well. So, with my there's one point. Let me look up his name. What's the mage names? It's Amir, Lamari, or
Ilmari.
Elmari and I did a hunt at one point, and
Oh, yeah.
we found some kinfolk that were unconscious but were being abducted by vampires. After slaying one, the other one, we got him to confess that they're somehow ID'd and they're being brought to somebody. They don't know if I wasn't able to get much information, but it looks like the vampire did not know who he's supposed to bring that to. As well as like Elmira mentioned something about Deadlands.
This fucking town.
Yeah.
Deadlands.
So that probably takes precedence over introductions to the Silver Fangs. Where was all that at?
It was out of game, John. Where was the Samhain hunt? It was like, I know it was like by some entranceway by a tree.
Oh, you had entered out of the fairy forest or the fairyland.
It was by the fairyland.
Well, Fairyland is.
Did that all burn down?
Didn't that?
Yeah.
Yes. Fairyland burned to the ground, though.
And we're seeing spirals again. And then you mentioned there's something else, air with trafficking kinfolk.
Yeah, Vidar had that silver fang that he called Heartrender being his contact through that. I did ask those other silver fangs about it, and with a Philodox present, and they knew nothing. So I did get to ask that question.
Okay.
So maybe we check out if this. And you guys did that? Didn't you guys do that hunt on the other side? Or was it on this side?
Give me one moment.
There's just something. Okay. I'll be right.
John, it doesn't look like we were on the other side, right? When I'm looking through these blue.
It is not. You didn't know where you were.
Okay. Lamar mentioned that the veil was rather thin because it was Samhain, so I'm not really sure.
Well, let's go over and sniff around and see what we can find. If we need to go over, we go over.
We can see if there's anything that you recognize left, but that place is kind of in shambles. I mean, I would imagine it is anyway, having been burned to the ground, but lots of strange things have happened there. I mean, at this point, we only have those couple leads, right?
Yeah.
So, was that all that you guys found out?
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't know anything further. So why don't we start there and see what we come up with?
Yeah, maybe we find something, maybe we don't. If not, there's still the silver fangs to go harass.
We also have a name. So we can use that too, hopefully.
Alright, so
Cool.
you guys are heading to the former fairyland.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
Unless someone tells us not to.
No.
All right.
So when you get there, it's closed, so they've got caution tape and stuff. You know, that sort of thing. Condemned signs up for the buildings, all that good stuff. But that would be about it.
There's no one here, like as far as authorities or anything. Just the tape.
Right. It's got a fence, like the temporary construction fence, but
Oh, like the chain link.
yeah.
Oh. Looks like we get some climbing to do.
Yep.
Lucas hops the fence.
Yep. Going over that fence too.
Yep.
Dex and it's strength athletics, or you want dex?
Strength is fine.
Okay.
Strength athletics to climb the fence.
Yeah.
Well, you're pulling yourself up,
Yeah.
so you got.
Lucas jumps the fence. I need to see a dex athletics to see if he fails.
What is
John, didn't you say it was like what was the fence made out of?
The chain link.
Okay.
That's what I had asked if it was like the chain link, and he said yeah. So.
Yep.
All right. So strength athletics to climb.
one? Yay. He's not trying to like vertical jump it or whatever. He's like grabbing the top and doing that press hop over the,
Veronica and Air are doing well.
Yep.
With our climbing.
The Battle Sisters show how it's done.
That's right. All right. Well, we have somewhat of an idea where the hunt began, at least, she chuckles.
What's the gauntlet here?
It is currently 5.
5. Lucas is gonna try and peek over. 1 again.
All right, on the Umbra side, there is a number of kind of almost angelic looking spirits, but they're seem pretty violent looking, like warrior angel look.
Okay, not like Cupid Hallmark angels.
Right.
Through the pack link. Hey Veronica, there's a bunch of I guess warrior angels over here. They look, I don't know, pretty cool, I guess.
Pretty cool, like metal.
Do they look metal? Say they look metal.
I suppose that would be a thing there.
They look like Christian metal.
Oh. So they're judging you. Brana looks at Air. We may have some hostile spirits in the Umbra. Apparently there's some angels, but they're not friendly.
Weren't there like angel type spirits or like angelic spirits at the church too?
Yeah.
Air is going to peek. You said the gauntlet was 5.
Yes.
I'm going in the gauntlet.
I get 4 because of my peeking ability to 4. So I have 2 successes to peek. Are they similar to the ones that I saw at the church?
Yeah, they're also similar to one you saw when Ilmari formed his node at the other church that had been sent there to attack.
Oh boy. Air kind of focuses and come to. I've seen these at 2 different churches.
Did Veronica full go over, or was she just peeking?
Veronica went full over. 4 successes.
Oh!
Fuck.
She-
All right, Lucas
Air
pops
face
over too.
palms because she just stopped peeking and was going to explain something.
She was just meeting up with Lucas.
Oh,
Well, Lucas
didn't
was
help
peeking,
me.
so as soon
Oh,
as he
damn.
sees Veronica in the Umbra, he goes over too.
Okay.
Like shit. Well, I guess we're doing this.
Air literally, yeah, she can't do anything but face palm at this point because they just went balls to the fucking walls. Oh,
So Lucas got 2 to step over.
she's kind of shaking her head. And she takes a deep breath. And steps over.
All right.
Or she doesn't step over. Just kidding. She stays here.
Well, at least she had that one success.
I didn't have one success.
Yeah, I wanted to offset your one. It wasn't a botch, it was just a
Right.
fail.
Right. That's why I said it's a fail. That's
Right.
She didn't get stuck or anything. She just kind of hangs out there. She's too focused on the I can't believe you guys just did this crap.
Lucas is a man of action. He tried to play it cool, and then Veronica popped in over there and was like, "Son of a bitch."
Veronica told Air what was over there. She peeks, and Veronica was like, "See ya."
Well, Veronica does follow Eagle. She's not gonna hesitate.
And yeah, Air's gonna wait a minute and try again.
All right.
It's still 5, right? Because I didn't fail or botch. Oh, Fenris, you're disgusting. There, 3. Air slides on over after you guys.
And by the time you get there, your pals have already picked up the notice of these 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 angels enough to that they're kind of watching them and gathering whatnot.
Do they look like they're ready to attack them?
Not yet, but it looks like they're definitely kind of trying to decide what they want to do.
She kind of just like walks up between Lucas and Veronica and pulls them close enough, like so she's standing in the middle, pulls them like close to her. And she's gonna keep an eye on these spirits. Lucas is pretty tall, isn't he?
I mean, in Hamid, he's probably 6'2".
Okay, yeah, so he's way taller than Air.
Veronica's
kind
like
of-
5'7".
Air kind of just like grabs a side of his hair and just slowly pulls it to bring his head down to her level.
He gives you the, like, "Don't ever fucking touch my hair again" look.
And she just looks at him like, I don't fucking care about your hair. So I've seen these spirits twice before, which I would have told you guys if you hadn't have popped forward. She's saying this quietly as she's keeping an eye on the spirits. Once at the church that the Fangs now have as a sept, and another time at a different church when the mages made their sacred place, and they did not like us there. I can't say much about the Fangs church, but yeah, the other one, they didn't like us. And these guys, she's kind of like looking at them. I don't think they like us either.
Well,
John
you're-
would.
And I will tell you what, it took magic and a couple of guru to handle it and deal with it. And I will also have you note that at the church, there were will workers there as well. So, she's saying this quietly to hopefully that just Lucas and Veronica hear it. But yeah, she's keeping her eyes on those spirits.
How many angel spirits are there?
I think he said 3,
3 total.
but we
there-
only see 3.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And we only fought one at the church.
And it was brutal.
It was pretty powerful.
Okay. And Does one
John,
of them appear to be the leader?
They were out to kill pagans at the church.
John, can I roll what can I roll with Spirit Lord to learn more about these? Or should I roll a cult?
Yeah, it would have to be I could see an int plus spirit lore, but it's going to be a diff 8.
Same thing for air, intelligent spirit lore
Yeah.
at 8.
One success. Let's see if Air can do better.
Let's see.
Intelligent.
Um,
3 for Lucas.
I think I want to blow willpower here. Four with willpower. Guess I didn't really need to spend it, but I did.
Alright, so 1, 3, and 4.
Yep.
Well, one, Veronica, you would know that these are definitely like higher Umbra spirits. Not typical Gaian spirits. With 3 Lucas, you would know that they obviously have some sort of tie to the Shadowlands as well, because they're here with, they've got kind of a death element to them. Four successes. Air, you would know that these typically are not. These spirits can't get to Earth on their own. They have to be summoned to get this far.
So they shouldn't be here, here at all.
Right.
They were summoned here. That's the only way they can get here.
Can they go home without being sent home?
Would I know that, John?
You would not.
I don't know.
So they probably don't want to be here.
They may not.
Maybe we offer to help them get home.
I don't know if they're stuck here, but
John, could I roll perception and empathy to see how hostile or if they're neutral to us?
Sure.
And
What's
while
the
we're over
difficulty?
here, oh, go ahead.
What's the diff?
7.
Okay.
While we're having a huddle, are they just sitting there watching us?
oh, Air is watching them as she's talking to you guys. So
And I have no idea. They're too obscure for me.
Yeah, they're watching you, but they seem relatively intense too.
fuck it. Air as she's looking at them. What brought you to this place? You were not always here.
And one of them the one with kind of the scythe-like blades kind of advances and says, "We were not, but now we are. Called to complete a work."
Called by whom to complete what work? Air kind of takes a step forward from, so she's not standing directly in between them anymore.
And he looks at you, pulls out his scythes, and says, "The same work that always must be done."
You'll need to be more specific.
The other two reach for their blades, and he says, "There are places that must be cleansed."
Such as this? She motions to the area around them.
He looks and nods and says, "Of course."
John, while they're talking, I'm gonna roll Fatal Flaw.
Okay.
So your purpose is to... She's keeping an eye on the blades as she notices them come up. To destroy what now? She's trying to convince them to actually tell her something.
Not to destroy, we must cleanse. There are those that must be sent beyond because their corruption stains this world.
John, what's their wits and subterfuge? Because that's my difficulty.
And what makes them need to be cleansed? What qualities?
It's going to be 7 for Veronica.
Okay.
You want me to roll persuasion to try to get them to tell me things?
That was actually going to be the next thing I was going to do. I got 2 successes, John.
Because, I mean, I've got a charisma specialty of persuasive.
I mean, if you want to, you can.
Charisma expression. The gift just lowers the difficulty.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Alright, I got 3 successes.
Alright, with 3 successes, he says, he just gestures again and he says, "All of this such corruption, these who don't believe, those who don't support such
So, John, with Fatal Flaw, I got 2 successes. So it allows me a +1 on attack rolls, but it also, like, additional successes after one allows me some insight on weaknesses.
All right. He seems frustrated trying to put it into words at first. And he says, perhaps it will be easier to just show you. And he takes a sheathes one blade and holds his hand up towards you.
She kind of raises an eyebrow. I'm assuming he wants me to take his hand.
Oh, well, he steps closer and puts his hand up like he's trying to put it on your head.
Okay. So she'll take a step forward and let him do it.
And
Remember
as
to cut my head off.
he as he does, you get a vision, or well, one then the other. And the first one is humans and Guru like running through the woods, hunting one another, and hunting other things. And then the next one is like a church in a city. And the whole city, like the focus is the church. That's what you get out of it. You have a gift that, or a merit that lets you have visions, don't you?
Me, I have a gift.
That's what it was.
And it's ST. It's basically reliant on the ST.
Yeah, so
I did no roll for it.
as he tries to withdraw his hand, seems like he's trying to end the vision, but instead it gets stronger for you.
Okay.
And you see that in his vision, or in the you flip back to that first one where the Guru are hunting and stuff, and you see the great, all these Gaian spirits, typical Gaian spirits hunting with the Guru, and your traditional wild hunts, that sort of thing.
Right.
And then you see in the second vision, you see mankind, all these a few Guru, but they're all like armed, armored, and they're hunting together and hunting like what look almost like the demons from your from the previous, from your church encounter. They're they're hunting together, and at their head are like the wolves in armor, and you see what look like mages in like knight's armor. And then he it kind of snaps back, and he pulls his hand back hard as the vision ends again, and he looks at you kind of somewhere between a scowl and shock, and he says, "What are you that you remember my hunt?"
It's a gift. I see things. I don't control them. It just happens. And she
He
kind of
looks again and he says, that was the first hunts I was called to. Called by a great spirit from this place. A shining man.
a shining man. Does shining man fit the description of any of the silver fangs?
They do not.
Okay.
You can give me a spirit lore if you would like.
Yeah. Standard diff.
Yes.
One.
With one, you would know that there are some spirits that do take like a Hamid type form. But you're not familiar with a specific one that would take a that would be shining or that sort of thing offhand.
Does out of character, does Amsterdam have a city father, city mother spirit?
Not that anyone knows of, no.
Okay.
So if it does, it's not active.
All right.
Okay.
He looks at you again and then looks at the other two. And he says, you are not like the corrupt, but you are close. You do not believe. You do not fight for the cause, but nor do you stand against it.
Lucas looks up as he says that and says, I would say our missions are at least similar. We also fight against corruption.
You do.
Yeah, he looks at all of you and says, I do not think you understand all the natures of corruption enough to fight them. It is easy to fight the corruption of great beasts It's much harder to fight the corruption of the beasts you believe to be friends. I smell those of the other worlds on you. Not the higher worlds, though. These worlds. Filthy, corrupt, savage.
Filthy, corrupt, and savage.
We do know things from both this world and the other world that can corrupt people and fight against those, or learn to understand how to deal with it correctly.
But so many forget that while there are many other worlds, they can be equally corrupted.
Corruption can come from within from a lot. This is why in some of our society we actually have checks to make sure that we can spot that and stop it. When it is made apparent, we find the best course of action of how to deal with that and to approach the problem realistically.
The
Good job.
girl in the vision, sorry, did they look like Diane Grew or VSDs?
All of them were Gaian. In fact, roll me a Guru Lord.
Intelligence Grew Lord is. Whoa. Not 35. Oh. Nothing. Courtesy.
I think your mic dropped again. You're really muffled.
Yeah, it did.
No successes. That 10 saved me from the botch.
That's awesome.
So, nothing.
All right. So you're not really able to puzzle out what he's getting at here. But he looks at you and says, none of you and he kind of looks again. And he sniffs and says, none of you have come from the pure ones. You do not smell of them. Nor are you friends with he who called us.
Well, who is he who called you?
He looks at the other two and he says, it troubles me that none of them know of the sun. And then he turns and he says, You knew this place, did you not?
I did.
He turns and says, "You see how quickly, brothers, corruption comes with a silver tongue and sweet words, as if they mean conversation. These are none of those blessed by Helios. They are not here to bring the purifying flame.
No.
They will not carry the burning arms forward.
Out of character, would Lucas know anything about like the whole Korax Helios relationship as compared to the Guru Luna relationship?
Probably not.
You need like Korax lore.
Yeah, okay.
Shifters don't share a lot. Then he turns again to one of them with the regular sword and he says, "Jean was right. This world is sick. Go, tell him of the corruption that comes to this place, seeking to reclaim it from the purifying flames." And one of the other spirits turns and starts to leave.
Jean? She asks with a question mark.
And he doesn't answer you, but he does draw out his other blade again. And he says, "I wish I could say I'm sorry, but this is for your own good." And he swings at you.
Air is going to take a step back. You want me to roll a Dex Athletics to step back?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Willpower. 2.
All right. With 2, you step back out of the way just as the scythe-like blades come across in front of your face. In fact, if you hadn't moved, you're pretty sure it would have taken out your eyes.
She gives a low growl. And I have short fuse. So he just took a swing at me when I was trying to be cool. So that's probably enough to set off the short fuse here. Let's see.
Lucas activates Stilfer, which I have to find his stuff.
That's right. Rage roll, diff lowered by 2. That's all it is. So I guess that all depends on
You can
the.
role play that as much or as little as you want, I suppose. Okay, I'll leave that open.
All right. Well, she kind of gives him a low growl at this point and just shifts to Krynos because, yeah, taking a swing was not cool. That was not the way to go. And I'm going to activate my cloak and spirit skin.
I'm going to shift into Kyrnos.
Yeah. So that's the okay, so no, don't activate the spirit skin because yay for that 10, but hey, we'll go for the cloak at least. Okay.
For Metis to get from Hamid to Krynos, there's no. You don't really have to spend rage to make that happen immediately, right? Because you're popping back to breed. Or would you still have to spend rage for the quick change?
Oh yeah. Bear cloak is activated, so Air is not just a floofy werewolf. She's a she looks like a giant pissed off bear.
You can shift your breed form instantly.
Yep, so Lucas, your Metis, you can shift to Krynos auto.
Okay, so he's gonna, as soon as it's his turn to do something again, he's gonna do that. And since he's not having to spend rage to do it, he's gonna spend Gnosis to activate his axe.
As I say, we haven't even hit actual initiative
No, we can
yet.
take
so-
initiative since we're clearly at that point.
Well, Air was going to try to do this differently, but he just tried to cut her face off. Alright, initiative, huh? So now I'm in Krynos.
Did I roll that wrong?
Yeah,
Or did I write that wrong?
It should just be the die plus whatever your.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. That's a mo better.
Let's see. I think it's 6. Yeah. Ooh, we're tied. We're tied, Veronica. So I guess the question is, what's your dex?
Dex is 4.
So you go before me. Mine's 3.
I suppose the initiative for them would help too, wouldn't it?
I mean, I won't complain if they're confused and don't do anything, John, but
I doubt they're confused.
wait, that's not a puppy? Air frenzies here and that.
Warhammer time.
All right. Veronica is first to act.
All right. Going to spend 2 rage and going to take a jab with the awakened sword.
Oh, fuck, you know what? I did this backwards.
You did.
Son of a fuck. Lucas is first to declare.
Okay.
I already did. So he's spending Gnosis to activate his axe.
That's right. Alright, so the lead one is going to swing at Air again because he missed. He got
Okay.
grilled. The other one is going to step towards Veronica and attempt to stab her. He's got a regular sword. So then it's Air's turn to declare.
Can I use my action to block him with the Warhammer?
Yes.
All right, and now I'm gonna spend 3 rage.
Okay. And then it's Veronica's action.
All right.
Got a guy who's going to try stabbing you.
He's trying to stab me. I'm going to parry and spend 2 rage.
Okay. So, then because you guys are both taking defensive actions, they will roll their attacks, and you would roll your defensive actions at the same time. And I need a math, which it should not be this hard. Good Lord. Alright, so that's the one coming at Veronica with 2 successes. Four coming at Air.
Oh boy.
Do I get any bonuses with the awakened sword or no?
No.
Okay. And what's the difficulty to parry?
Depends on the weapon.
It's still standard for your weapon. No different than an attack roll would be.
Okay.
So for swords, that's typically 6.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
3 successes.
I dodged 2.
So I think that trumps my 2 that tried to hit me.
Yep. So Air, the one coming at Air, he's got 1 for rollover.
All right.
So we've got. What the fuck did I do? Strength plus 1. Take it. Rollover. 5 damage coming at you.
Good
Right.
job.
So you do soak all of it, and nothing else happens. So it is Lucas's action here.
Yeah.
Is it roll for that gift? I don't remember.
To activate his axe.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
for
Gnosis.
Gnosis.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought you said you were activating a gift, but you did that before we started.
Yeah.
My brain just fuzzed them together.
There was a roll for it. He got 1 success on it.
Okay.
So.
And Veronica, you used 2 or 3 rage.
2 rage.
Air used 3.
Yep.
Not 33. We will be here till tomorrow.
Yo, if you gave me 33 rage, I'm not going to complain. However, there's going to be a lot of problems when she frenzies.
Right?
Which she would do by stubbing her toe.
She wouldn't just frenzy, she would thrall
Yeah.
with
Immediately.
33 rage.
Yeah, that's the
Right?
problem.
Literally over everything.
Yep.
Karen at the supermarket has no idea what she just started.
So this is how the Red Talons feel.
Right?
And then
All
these
right,
are
all right.
like, I told ya.
Alright. Back to combat.
Alright, so
Alright.
it's my action.
We start at the bottom. They do have actions as well. So one of them is going to, the one with the crescent blade looking things, is going to once again slash at air. Obviously, somewhat frustrated at his blows not having success. The other one, Veronica, that was in front of you, actually steps back for a second and raises his hand.
What?
Like a don't hit me, raise my hand, or I'm calling down lightning to smite you, raise his hand.
Some sort of gesture, but you're not really sure what.
What could I roll to figure that out?
Assume he's going to smite you. Just assume it.
We could make a perception empathy to see if he's like asking you to yield.
2.
You would guess he's not asking you to yield. It seems like a safe bet.
Am I allowed to do anything else?
Yeah, that won't be your action. Air is next action to declare.
You said he's coming at me.
Yep.
I guess I can use a rage to parry again.
Alright, so your action this round will be to parry, and then it's your Veronica.
Alright. So with my turn, John, would I be allowed to see if I could do something to allow us bonuses with Call of the Wild, like to kind of inspire or strike fear?
I don't think Call of the Wild requires Gnosis, does it?
No, it does not.
Then you should be able to use it.
Okay, cool. She's going to do Howl of Elation when using Call of the Wild, and 3 successes. Storyteller's decision, what effects that does.
Alright. All of you guys will take 2 temporary rage.
Ooh, 2. All right.
And
that's all the actions I can do, right, John? Or can I still make an attack?
That would be it for this round because you activated a gift.
Okay.
So then we need air is parrying, so we got to resolve that attack.
Mm-hmm.
And he is swinging for 5.
Oh! And guess
Wow.
what? I have a Warhammer specialty and 2 10s.
Okay, so you are successful.
Technically, that puts me 1 over. So that means I get to roll damage, doesn't it?
No, because you're pairing melee to melee. If you were
Oh.
using a natural weapon, then you can.
Oh. Okay. No.
And the other one, as he lowers his hand, his whole body bursts into flame.
Ooh.
Originating with his wings.
That's not terrifying. This is normal.
This is fine.
So, our next raid round, we have the two. They've each got one action left, so.
Yep.
The one with the blades.
Oh, cool.
Is going to.
Because we spent 2 rage.
Yeah, I have
Or I
2
spent
rage
2.
Yeah. They don't, though. They only
Yeah.
have one action left. He's going to attempt to attack you with both his scythes at once, since you've been parrying so successfully.
Of course he is.
And then the other one that is now on fire is going to attempt to tackle Veronica. And then it's Air's turn to declare. So he's actually splitting his dice pool to attack with both weapons.
Oh, so I would have to use. I thought you can't split dice pool in extra actions. Yeah, I know you can't with rage. You can't split your dice pool for more actions.
Well, I'm not going to dig through the book to find out. So for now, no, he is not then.
Okay.
So he is attacking with one. Have at it.
I'll keep up this parrying game then.
Alright. Then Veronica's turn to declare.
Declare what actions I can do during rage round.
What you're doing. So this one
Is trying to.
Right, who's just like trying to tackle you basically.
Okay, so my choices are either dodge or to parry. Which parry's not a good. I'm gonna go for dodging.
Okay.
What's the diff?
So that'll be a Dex Athletics diff 6.
Okay.
By his. So you can roll that to resolve, and Holly, you can roll your parry to resolve if you want.
Alright.
I have it all set up.
So the dodge or the tackle completely whiffs it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Like as he lunges and you dodge out of the way, it is like you dodge and then realize you didn't even need to.
Oh my goodness.
As he goes blowing past. And the other one swings for 5 again at Air. Good. Alright, and so you parry it, and last raid round, Air's the only one with an action left.
Oh, I'm gonna swing hard on this motherfucker. Lord. I hope I hit hard. Wait, watch me not hit hard now. I'm the only one with action, so it doesn't really
Correct.
matter, right?
So you
Okay.
can just go ahead and
I'm gonna go ahead and whack him with one to hit. That's all I really need, I guess.
yeah, he can't do anything, so roll damage.
And hope his soak pool isn't like 30.
Hold on. I have 15 for damage.
I honestly thought you meant that successes, and I went, what?
You're coming out muffled, Holly.
7
Yep.
for damage.
And boy, he probably should have activated his nice armor. Would have helped, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Instead, he takes 3. Alright. So now we go to our next round. Lucas, you are first to declare.
Lucas is burning 4 rage and attacking as soon as he can.
Is he attacking the one with the scythes or the other one?
He's probably attacking the one that just blasted past him.
Okay,
The one
so
on fire?
The one
Yeah.
on fire. Gotcha. Alright, and then, so it's their attack. So the one who is on fire is going to he is going to split his dice pool, I think, between a dodge and an attack on Lucas. The other one, really not happy now since he's now had 3 attacks blocked and then took a hit, is going to attack air with both scythes at once.
Oh, and it's my turn to declare, isn't it?
It is. I should have probably told you that, and that would have helped, huh?
I am going to spend 3 rage for extra actions, and I suppose stepping back still is only a dodge for 1, isn't it? Technically.
Oh, yep. I had to let my brain catch up there. You do have the option to split your dice pool too.
That's true, because it's the first round, and I think I'll do that.
So
For dodging.
just split for 2 dodges.
Yep.
All right. So then Veronica's action.
Yep. She's gonna spend 3 rage. And she's gonna go for the one that's on the ground on fire.
Okay. All right. So Veronica, your action to resolve first. Then, as this one on the ground starts to get up and turn around, you get to make first attack. He's clearly
Okay.
not ready yet, so go ahead and roll your attack and then damage as appropriate.
Four successes.
Alright, so 3 roll over.
And what's the bonus for swords for damage?
+2, I believe.
Okay.
Did we get damage rolled and it didn't come through?
No, I was just looking up Fatal Flaw.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure. It wouldn't have been...
I almost never get to use that, so I just wanted to make sure I was using it right.
What's the roll for dodge?
Dex athletics.
Okay.
Did I do
Yeah.
that wrong with the... It's E to do damage, right? And not F?
No, F for everything, but that's easy enough to...
I thought you didn't subtract ones on damage.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
No, we reviewed it.
How do we change that?
Text, and that you actually do. Although you misrolled that somehow. Is that supposed to be 14d10?
Yeah.
Okay. Just, I was
Oh
like,
my
you
goodness.
were rolling 14-sided dice. Something doesn't seem right. I mean, I guess that's one way to increase your odds of success.
That is not how I Shadow Lord things, damn it. 7 successes.
Alright. Yeah, you definitely were back before. He's gonna have a hell of a time choking that bad boy. Ouch. Alright, well, he goes down on one knee.
Good.
Air, you are parrying both, correct?
No, I'm splitting to dodge both.
Dodge both.
Like
that's
he's
what it was.
splitting to hit me.
Yeah, I went to parry instead of dodge. I don't know why. So he's got 2 with one hand and 3 with the other one coming at you.
Okay, so okay.
Alright, so first one.
So I
Oh,
only
boy.
got yeah.
Alright. Let me go back here.
So I'll get my soak rolls up here. Okay.
John, did you come up with any plans with my cat? Because she's now sitting on the page of my book, so I can't read it.
Alright, so. First one, Air's got 3 coming at her.
3 damage and 4
Right.
damage.
Yep.
All right, and yeah, soak is the one that does not subtract successes. So, or ones does. Yeah, ones don't count on soak. Derp. All right, so I soak 8 on the first one. I like this. This
That's awesome.
cluster. And 6 on the next
Oh,
one.
boy.
Because it is giving a loud growl a free action. Is it considered talking?
Yeah, oh, that's fine.
All right. Or maybe just to be spiteful, I should yell glory to Odin in his face. Yeah, that's happening. She yells that in his face instead of growls.
All right, well, then we've got the other one that's turned towards Lucas. And he's going to have a little harder of a time. He doesn't have nifty weapons like his buddy does.
Out of game. Finish him.
Say it in game because that's what he's gonna do.
So he's got five coming at Lucas as he tries to lunge towards you.
That's 5 damage.
No, that's 5 to hit.
So how does the splitting the pool thing work? So can he split and use 1 to dodge and then the other half to attack?
Yes. But you
So-
use your whichever dice pool is smaller is the one you have to work with.
Okay. So if it's an odd number, does the tie go to the roller?
No, I let you take whichever, because you can split it. You don't have to split it equally.
Ah.
So you can say I'm putting 2 to dodge and 5 to hit, or whatever.
Right.
Ah, fuck it. He'll take it like a man.
Okay. That's always an option too.
People forget the Galliards can also be warlike in their auspice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I will. It's just going to be straight strength because he's trying to hit you. So, plus roll over. Plus she's on fire.
Oh yeah, the fire.
5 damage coming at you to soak.
He soaks it.
All right, you will also have to make a dex athletics, strength athletics. Let's use that to stay on your feet as he hits you.
All right, what's my strength? Four plus Krynos, 8 plus 2 for athletics, so 10. Four.
All right, you stay on your feet just fine. And then it is your action.
Lucas's action.
Yep.
He's attacking with the axe and
Alright.
missing. Just
Ooh.
missing.
Yeah, good thing you had that one in there. All right.
Damn it. All right.
So miss damage there, which means we go into rage rounds, which is Lucas, them, Air, Veronica.
Yep.
So Lucas, you are first to declare.
He's just gonna keep pounding on this guy until he's dead.
Okay. So then we go to their actions. And we've got the one that's holding Lucas, because he tackled you, so he's like right in front of you. He's actually going to try and grapple you. And then the other one, having minimal success against Air, is getting very frustrated, and he's going to attack again.
And the one on fire is still on the ground, I take it? Or on the knee?
That would be the
The one on top of Lucas. What?
So there's the one right. There's the one that's like right now and like trying to get a clinch with Lucas, and then the one with the curved blades is the one attacking Air.
Okay.
Oh, I suppose I should declare my action, huh? Yep, Air is gonna parry him again. She's very much enjoying making him mad.
All right. Veronica's action to declare then.
Lucas, you think you got this angel that's fighting you out of game? I think you do.
Probably.
Alright, I'm attacking the one that's fighting Air.
Alright. So for resolution then we will start with Veronica.
Alright. 3 hits. So that's 2 rollover.
Correct.
Alright. Six.
6 to hit is going to definitely hit.
Oh, that was damage, though.
Oh, well.
I rolled 3 to hit.
It's definitely going to damage. Sorry, I had my glasses off, so I couldn't read the screen.
No worries.
He sucks 4 of them, though. And I can see again. He's not in a good way, though. Here, you said you're defensive again?
Yep.
Alright. So there's their action.
How big are these guys compared to our Krynos forms?
They're pretty close.
Okay.
So the one swinging on Air for a whopping 2.
All right. Enjoy.
And the one trying to grapple. That won't work.
No.
What What's the counter roll for grapple?
Well, so he's got you grappled because he succeeded. But on your turn, no, here you have a opposed strength check you can take to break through. To break free. Words are hard, my friend.
So just straight strength?
Yep.
Okay. Can he bite while he's still grappled?
I would say if he wanted to try to bite, like the thing that's got him grappled,
Yeah.
then he could, he could attempt to.
All right,
But it's going to be it'll be a higher diff. It'll be a diff 7 instead of a 6.
All right, and that's Dex Brawl. Is that right?
The roll to escape is just a.
The roll for a bite. I mean, is it
Oh.
unless the
No,
it's a
yeah,
free action?
right. If he's just biting, then yeah, he's welcome there.
Is the strength check, is that a free action or is that use up one of his actions?
We have always went that breaking free as a action.
Okay, then he's gonna bite. So Dex Brawl. And you said diff 7, right?
Correct.
That's strength plus 1. All right, Dex is 3 plus 1 for Krynos, so 4 Brawl. What does he have for Brawl? 3, so 7, diff 7. Three, so 2 for rollover. I literally just looked at that. Strength plus 1. Okay. So that's going to be 8, 9 plus the 2 for the rollover, so 11. Two.
All right. Well, 2's enough to get some sort of hold on him. So go ahead and roll damage.
No, that was the damage.
Oh, I gotcha. So he can attempt to soak that, and he does soak it. All right. So we have 2 more raid rounds for everybody, and a third one for Lucas.
Yep.
And they are out of actions. So it will be Lucas, Air, and then Veronica. And realistically, since they don't have actions, if you guys just want to declare and roll, because the only people you'd be reacting to would be each other.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, just do attack rolls. Just make that easier.
Is it diff 6 for the strength check? To break free?
So to break free is a strength. It's just an opposed strength, standard difficulty.
Okay.
So he gets a strength check to try and hold on to you of 2.
Balls. Who does the tie go to?
That's a good question. I would say to whoever already held it. It's just staying there.
All right.
This is when you need seizing the edge.
All right, so Air and then Veronica.
Yep.
Oh, I have 2 rage, right?
Yep.
Well, yeah, I'm obviously, Whackety whack whack with the hammer. Yep. Oh, I suppose we're rolling that right now, aren't we?
We can.
All right.
And then Veronica, you have an action too.
Yep.
So you got this wounded guy who's on fire holding Lucas.
Yep. And then there's the one Air's got.
Right.
I'm gonna hit the one on fire.
Okay.
So that's 2. So one would roll over.
All right.
I'm just waiting for her to make her rolls because it makes more sense. She's technically first anyway.
I forgot to. 4 damage.
All right. 4 damage. He soaks 3 of it.
So 1 goes through.
Right. And that was the one on fire, correct?
Yeah.
So his like burning on fireness body slumps onto Lucas.
Oh
And then we still have Air's action for this round.
no. Okay.
Congratulations, Lucas. You have a burning body you can use as a weapon now.
All right. Well, I have 2 to hit, so. Right. So we got. 6 damage.
All right, well, then we come back to Lucas to declare, followed by.
So Lucas should have 2 more rage actions.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm assuming getting up off the ground is going to be 1.
Right.
And then attacking the other living one for his next.
Is he gonna soak what I did, or can't he?
All right.
That's why I was confused. I was like, I should have 1 more rage action.
Yep. Is that a damage roll from you that I missed? 6
Yep,
damage?
the 6 damage. Yep.
Okay. What the fuck? Shit. All right. So then we've got, everybody's got 1 more rage round, and then just Lucas has 1 after that. So Lucas, you've got a burning dead body on top of you.
So, yeah, Lucas gets out from underneath it, gets up. I can roll something if you want to roll something. Or...
Yeah, I guess to push that body off would be just a strength check. You have an armored, unfire body on top of you.
2 to get out.
Okay. If you're able to get out, give me a high-low.
High-low?
Yeah, do you want high or low?
Oh, high.
So you're able to avoid the flames as you push them off of you and not have to worry about getting burned either. So we have Aaron and Veronica each have an action left this round.
I'm trying to. Okay. I'm
So
just
the only guy left up is the one with the crescent blades.
the one who still needs to soak.
Did I not?
You didn't.
No, I didn't. I could have sworn I hit the. Let's try that again. Alright. So you did 3 damage to him.
Okay.
Alright, but we're still waiting for Veronica, correct?
For another attack? Yes.
Yeah, because you've got your last action yet. So go ahead and roll that at your leisure. He doesn't have a dodge, so you can go ahead and roll damage right away.
Oh, okay. So I didn't need to do that attack roll.
Well, you still need to see if you hit and how
Okay.
accurately. He just can't actively do anything else about it. You can screw it up. He just can't stop you.
Three.
Soaks 2, so he takes 1. So
All right.
it is, Lucas has 1 action left yet.
I have an action. I have 1 action too.
Yeah, because you were waiting on my soak, weren't you?
Yep.
So yeah, let's get Air's last one, and then Lucas. We will go to next round, which is just Lucas.
Yep.
That was my bad. I missed that soaking.
All right. I got 2 to hit. So.
All right. Again, he's got no action, so
All right.
take
Same
it
as
like a
last
champ.
time, huh? Nine
Holy
damage.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
And so Air finishes him off with her warhammer, smashing his head to a pulp.
And she's gonna give a low growl, and when she finishes him off, and just kind of scan the area to make sure there's not any more.
Not in your immediate vicinity. Like, you can tell there's more somewhere on the grounds here, but they're far enough away they're not really paying attention to you.
And she is going to look at Veronica and look at Lucas. She's shifting back down to her breed form. And she says, well, he mentioned the name Jean. That's the leader of the Silver Fang Sep's name. And Helios was mentioned, and when I was at that church in the Umbra, there was something bright like the sun. I think that's what it was. I don't remember if it was bright like the sun or if it was an actual sun.
I was bright
Out of
enough you couldn't quite make it out.
Right. So,
If you want to give me an intelligence check.
yeah.
Actually, I think you all can.
Intelligence and anything else?
No, just a straight intelligence.
No, nothing. Of course, I'm dumb as fuck.
Got 1 success.
Nope.
Lucas actually botched.
Yeah, Lucas is fucking somewhere else.
Well, apparently, although you're not sure when you actually learned it, having heard the name Jean, you spontaneously begin singing lines from Les Mis and Jean Valjean.
Singing Master of the House while he's looting the bodies.
Veronica, you will recall having heard the name Jean in reference to a silver fang in a letter that Bosco once shared with
That was part
everybody.
of the reason I was going to. God damn it!
That's the Silverfang Bosco talked about. Bosco and Mick Uther might know. Mick Uther might know about it since wasn't he the one who gave Bosco the note?
Yes, that is how it got passed along.
The plot thickens.
You don't know for a fact that it's the same person, but it seems like it could be.
But I know the name was mentioned in that note.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The name Jean was in reference to a silver fang.
Air, you might want to let Bosco know about this.
Bosco knows about the silver fang. He was with me.
About
He was
today.
about today. Yeah. Okay.
Because that's who the name is. Is the guy on the letter.
Mm-hmm.
Though sadly, it looks like a lot of these things are around the site that I did find that marked kinfolk by that vampire.
So what does Lucas get as he is looting?
Not much given their spirits.
Oh, well, shit.
Is there something Veronica can bring, like, as a tribute to Eagle?
Well, spirits don't really leave remains typically, so
Okay.
there's not really a whole lot you can do with that.
Air, we might perhaps want to tell this to Mick Uther too, since he was the one that gave Bosco the letter.
Yeah.
You might know something about this. Out again, we guys are we gonna continue exploring this area, or should we go back and tell Mick Uther?
There's a possibility there could be more of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, you guys can tell there's more of these things in the distance type of thing in this area. Because again, the former Fairyland was a pretty good sized space. These just happen to be the ones at the.
On the upper hand, we at least know exactly what happened to the fairyland now.
Yeah. You know who'd also be interested in this? The mages.
Hey guys, I gotta drop. So Lucas will take the news of this and head back to the sept, if that's cool.
All right. Make sure you drop either a rumor or a blue book for who you're talking to. If
yeah,
you're gonna share it with anyone.
yeah, he's definitely gonna share it. I'll do it in a blue book, but it'll be tomorrow.
Okay.
Cool. Later, guys.
Later.
Okay, so we're still at a loss with those kinfolk, but
How far was the spot that I found
They're
town?
pretty far in. Where you guys went on the hunt, that was like at the central area of the place.
So, Air, if we could keep going, eventually we're going to draw more attention of those things. Out of game, going to the Theurge on the Spirit Matters.
I mean, I don't know how many more there are here, but
Yeah.
I'm sure they're not going to be thrilled when they find out we've ended a couple of their own, and
Yep.
something tells me that we probably have the smaller number of people.
We had the stolen number of what again? Out of game, Holly, I didn't hear what you said.
She said we have the smaller number, so
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
yeah.
So, but we should go back and report this.
Yeah, we should. They weren't marking any of the kinfolk at the sept presently, were they?
Who marking what?
Or whatever Veronica was talking about with the kinfolk.
This
Prior.
was this was at the
know.
force. Yeah, I wasn't at the Silver Fang Karen.
I know.
She doesn't know what was marking them.
Okay.
That's what I was hoping to find out with this. Like, get more clues on that, and then this happened.
Well, there we can always look for things on the other side instead of on this side, because a kinfolk can't very well come out over on this side now, can they?
No, they cannot. The veil was very thin, so I wasn't sure if it was Hero the Umbra that saw one night.
Fair enough. Why don't we check on the other side to be safe? I don't think we'll be encountering them over here, all things considered. But if they did burn it to the ground, it means they can physically manifest.
All right. So let's step sideways.
Yep.
You said it's diff 5-9 or diff 5, John? The gauntlet
Yes.
here.
Yep.
2.
Are you serious? I botched. I legit botched
Oh shit.
on a diff 5.
Oh shit.
And I'm pretty
Out
sure
of game. Oh shit.
pretty sure that means you're stuck.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're stuck in the webs.
Give me a second. All right. Veronica made it across, so correct.
Yep.
So you can attempt to
Get her out.
get her out.
What would be the roll for that?
It's the same as stepping sideways. That's what it says.
Air's
Okay.
gone for an unusual amount of time.
It's like, wait, that shouldn't take that long for a theurge. 3 successes. I think that's a good amount to get her out. John, is she out or
Yes.
you're just okay? Air sees a black Kiernos hand pulling her out, or you see a human hand pulling her out. Familiar battle sister.
Oh, well, that was embarrassing. Don't tell anyone. She has a very serious look on her face when she says, "Don't tell anyone."
Veronica just smirks, but Air could tell it's like one of those like smirks where like she's just busting her chops, wouldn't do it. John, do I need to roll anything to show Air the site, or would I know it?
No, you can find the area pretty easily. You do notice when you're there, even now, that the gauntlet is a little bit lower yet. In fact, right at that area, it's 4, even though it's
Wow.
not. Even though it's been damaged, and even though it's, not that really specific kind, but
Air's kind of like, "Oh, this place is thin to begin with. Anything that in Air face palms, anything that could have been here is likely burned anyway."
Is the building where I saw the door drawn on intact, or like at least the structure of it?
What's that?
So in the blue books, I know there was like a door that someone drew on with chalk. Is that structure still intact? Like I know the place got burned down, but is the
So
structure?
that had actually been through. If you remember, you guys entered through an archway between trees,
Okay.
and then you traveled to another place where that doorway with chalk was.
Okay.
And you can't find that place from here.
So the hunt started between these trees in an archway. And my guess is because it was Samhain, it's why I couldn't figure out like if I was on the Telerium or the Umbra. But when we went through, there was a lot of trees that I could hide myself in the canopies of. And there was 2 vampires with some type of kinfolk with pure breed. And they somehow drew a door with chalk on one of the buildings to like travel different realms. Out of game, did you get that error?
What?
Did you get that, what I said?
What did you say? I'm sorry.
Veronica points to the 2 trees and is like, around these trees was where the hunt began
Okay.
on Samhain. And that's also why I couldn't tell if this is where, because of Samhain, the veil was very thin, so you couldn't tell if you're in the Telerium or the Umbra or somewhere. But when I went through there was a smell of a rotting corpse, and there was a girl that was kinfolk. But I went in the trees while Lamari went ahead, and we found 2 vampires that used chalk to draw a doorway to get in and out of here.
Huh. Chalk to draw a doorway. Strange. Can you describe the vampires? Can you describe the
Yeah,
vampires?
I'm looking up the
Oh,
blue
okay.
book.
I wasn't sure if my mic was being weird again.
No worries.
All right, yeah. That being said, give me a hot second while you're looking at your thing. I'm gonna put the baby in his pack and play right here real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
So, John, it doesn't really mention too much of a description of the vampires in the blue booking.
No, they're relatively generic looking guys.
Yeah. It's very generic looking, but
In fact,
there was 2 of them.
They seem dressed specifically to like blend into crowds.
So it was like they didn't want to be noticed, and they got spotted by us out here.
Is
So-
it worth me mentioning?
Ooh, one of them did have a slight accent.
What kind of accent?
A Scottish accent.
One had a Scottish accent.
You think it's worth me asking my family about?
I think so.
She nods.
Because if it affects kinfolk and they just can go kidnap anyone and go anywhere, that's not a good thing.
No,
We already had-
no, it's not.
We already had one incident with kinfolk being taken away.
This is true. I do need to also look into this Heartrender that Vidar mentioned as well. But this is where the hunt started, you say?
Yes.
Give
Okay.
me a Veronica. If you want to give me a perception. Why won't she have investigation? I don't remember.
Okay.
It's been how long? That's how long it's been since I've actually looked at a werewolf sheet.
I don't have investigation, so
Okay.
Then I can't make the roll, right?
You can use a primal urge
Okay.
or survival if it's higher.
Let's see. Primal Urge is higher.
Okay.
Difficulty 6.
Yes.
Alright, 3 successes.
All right. Looking through this arch, you can tell if you were on definitely somewhere else because what you see on the other side now doesn't match with what you took.
Okay. So it's confirmed it must be on the other side? Or another realm?
Yes.
So, story that I mentioned to you, Air, I think it's either in another realm or the other side, because this does not match what I saw during the hunt between this arch.
So, how did a vampire get over there?
That's what I want to know. That even had the mage confused.
Do you have Umbrella?
I think
do.
I have one.
You can roll that one if you want.
Perception or intel.
Wits.
Can I roll it too, or just Veronica?
Veronica, because it's related to her being there.
Well, I got 0.
All right. Well, then you're not sure. You don't know what the hell to think.
The only little thing I can think I could roll is either mage lore or occult, because it was mentioned Deadlands.
Sure, you could use a cult. Wits and a cult. Go for it. And if you use that term in front of Air, she can make a roll too.
1 success. And I know I mentioned Deadlands to Air, so she would be able to make the roll as well.
Air, you can make a Wits and Umber lore or Wits and
Wraith lore?
Sure.
I have Wraith lore, remember?
Yeah, let's go with that one.
Oh, hey, I have 1 success.
Better than me, I got 0 with that roll.
Well, with one success, you know that the Deadlands is another term for the Shadowlands.
So, yeah, Lands of the Dead.
Right.
Lands of the Dead. She actually says that out loud, the Lands of the Dead.
Lands of the Dead.
Yeah. Which this place seems to have a. Yeah, that's what it means. So, a vampire that can get in through the Deadlands, the Lands of the Dead.
That's what I mentioned.
Okay, this is a bit more specific and is helpful, I think. I hope so.
So what is the Deadlands? He just said it's a different realm, but I wasn't sure if it's a mage realm.
It's literally where the dead go. It's kind of like its own, for lack of better wording, in simple terms, it's another part of the Umbra. Kind of.
This shows more complexities to this matter than was anticipated. I have a feeling your family would have a good idea about some of this stuff too.
She nods.
Lamari also knows about this too, because he was with me.
Well, maybe he can tell me something that you don't remember.
Or that he can understand that I don't.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we might have some conversations to have. This might be easier if we no. I think it'd be easier just to forget I said anything. Just forget I said anything, Veronica. There's a lot going on here. Vampires, celestial spirits, angry, angelic spirits. There's a lot. Actually, no. First, maybe Petrus knows something. He's an elder.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it is. Maybe we should go talk to him.
I agree.
I don't think we're gonna get much more from here if this isn't. Unless we want to grow a pair and proceed in the Umbra, but again, there's probably way more of us, and that would be very, very stupid. Or way more of them, and that would be very, very stupid.
So out again, we're going to Petrus.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
So now we just get her just walking back through the through the fairyland and
So you get back. Petrus is readily available.
whoa.
He's not in the middle of anything for a change.
Wow.
He says,
For once, I might have good timing.
well, I'm used to having a job that requires a little more active work than this, but we've got a rights master and we've got all those roles taken care of. I'm just here as part of the leadership now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, we were at Fairyland, and ultimately we figured out what burnt it down. But there's a bit more of the story, right, Veronica?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
John, do you want me to roll to talk to Petra, or do you just say I can explain the same stuff?
That's fine. You can just kind of give him a rundown.
Yeah.
He kind of spits after a little bit and he says, why is it always blood magic?
blood magic.
Well, the same type of vampires that curse me have other ways to can do other things too. I don't know all of them, but I would imagine if they're finding their way into other realms, they're using some sort of blood magic.
Okay, well, specifically the Deadlands.
Well, something that I'll have to look into further because I don't know which ones do what.
Well,
They unfortunately haven't given me an index of capabilities, but with the variety of blood magics that they have, it wouldn't surprise me.
okay. I have one other place I can check too. Into those regards, she just kind of she doesn't smile or anything. She just kind of glances over at him. And then the other thing at Fairyland was a little disturbing as well. And she'll describe these angelic celestial spirits and her vision that she had while there and what occurred.
He says it
And
sounds to me like there's a lot going on, largely involving people dabbling where they shouldn't.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Well, I suppose we'll have to discuss this. We'll bring it up to the other elders so we can decide how we want to move forward. Obviously, we can't. But it seems like your visions indicate to be a bad idea to just to let this blow into a larger conflict.
yeah, well. I mean, that was. Yeah, it's definitely going to be ugly if it continues. There's a lot more of these spirits too in that place. I don't know how many exactly, but
Well, that's a separate matter. It's not one of our spaces, so short term, not our problem. But
no, but when they how do I I don't know if it was necessarily Guru as a whole that they didn't care for, or if it was just me, but we got into it with them. And contrary to what you might think, I did not actually go batshit crazy and just go this time. I
They
actually tried
attacked.
to talk to them first.
They made the first strike.
And she's kind of like, because he's called her, they've referenced her as the crazy get prior many times. So she's making it a point to emphasize, I did not start this.
either way, definitely things to be concerned with.
Mm-hmm.
As well as the conversations they kept having.
Huh?
As well as like the talk they kept having with corruption.
Yeah, they were definitely talking about the corruption. Yeah. But, yeah. So that's. I mean. We can look into talking with other people who might be able to share some knowledge.
Yes, well, I think that's the point we're at, is discuss how we want to proceed. Let's try not to escalate things too much and risk whatever chaos this would bring down.
Right.
Find out more about how these spirits from the higher planes are getting here, because that's not typically our
Can't
realm.
they only be summoned?
Yeah, well, we don't typically summon that variety either.
We don't. You're right. Now, the last time I saw something like this is something to keep in mind, was at a church when they were holding that pagan gathering. One of those was in the Umbra there as well. And had to be destroyed.
Well, and it seems we're finding some patterns here.
Yeah. And I have a feeling it has to do with churches.
It does seem to be a likely factor, at least, huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, suppose.
I will work with the council and ask her get some information put together. I suggest you one, get some rest, and then two, we will go from there.
Fair enough. I don't know about you, Veronica, but I need to blow off some steam.
I understand.
And Petrus will head out from there.
Yep. Here's just. Well, in order for me to go do my thing, I essentially need to go home. She just kind of chuckles and.
Alright, so you're gonna head back that way?
I mean, I can't think of anything else that we can do right off the top here, and considering it's 11:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's heading home.
Alright. Well, then, as you guys head home, we will wrap this up there and call it a night. So this has been another episode of Nightfall in Amsterdam. Thank you players for playing and watchers for watching.